Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel after a long time. Today we are going to see how does man-in-the-middle attack actually occur. Okay, for that let's get started. Before that, I want to show you my setup. I want to show you what actually works as a problem when there is chances of man-in-the-middle attack. So for this setup, we are going to consider a virtual setup which is on Oracle VirtualBox. So let's get there first. Okay, so I have here 4 VMs running, currently powered off, but I have spun up 4 VMs. That is, one is KaliLinux, another one is Metasploitable, and 2 are of Diet Pi, which is a lightweight Linux, what you call as a Linux distro kind of thing. It's a lightweight Linux. I have just named like one as Diet Pi and Diet Coke, just for the identification. So you can download that this operating system here as Diet Pi Linux, and you can go over here and it opens. Then click on downloads. Then here you can see there's a lot of options over here. Generally it's used for Raspberry Pi and other microcontrollers for running as lightweight. And here if you scroll down, you have got a lot of options. If you want to run on Microsoft Hyper-V, you can use that, or if you want to run it on UTM, you can use that, or VMware or VirtualBox. Here we are running VirtualBox, so I'll click on that, and either you can install an ISO image or OVA. I actually prefer OVA just for demonstration, but if you're up to experimenting more on it, ISO image would be pretty good. If you're having a RAM shortage, or like if you're having minimal RAM, like if you're having 8 GB, I would more prefer OVA appliance. So like that would be a better lightweight version of the lightweight version of Linux. So you can click on download and it starts downloading over here. So I had previously downloaded 2 OVA appliance, the OVA files of the Diet Pi, and I spun up here. The main important note I want to show you in this for seeing how this man-in-the-middle attack works and how the packets are sniffed through Wireshark. In man-in-the-middle attack, here especially one approach is you can you can create a virtual machine and separate it from the network, and where you use an application called as Ettercap to do it. But that one is one of the it's not a safe method to experiment on man-in-the-middle attacks, or using Wireshark to sniff whatever is going on between the 2 nodes. Sometimes it may disrupt your ARP cache, which is your router's ARP cache, and it may lead to some of the problems and stuff. So better we need to ignore, avoid all of that. So I have spun up here 2 virtual machines, that is Diet Pi and Diet Coke. I'll open both of them. So here, along with that, I want to open KaliLinux also. Let me open that. As you can see, this here in Diet Pi and Diet Coke, it's a terminal based thing, so there's no GUI, but it's more than enough for our our consideration, so we can get into it. So I am in Diet Coke. Let me log into Diet Pi also. Okay, let us go here and type Diet Pi. Okay, we are here. Let me just check the IP address of both. Okay, so now let's check the IP address of Diet Coke. So IPADDR. So here you can see our series of net starts with 10.0.2.15. So let's quickly check what's the network settings of these virtual machines running. So if you search for KaliLinux, it's normal, it's on the host only adapter board. And here one of the most important thing is here the what you call as nodes. So if you want to see what are the packets exchanging, let us say that the Diet Pi terminal is trying to access Diet Coke terminal through the Telnet, if you see. So the passwords which are used in Telnet are not typically encrypted, so you can see those on your Wireshark. So to see those, you need to be in the middle of both of the two nodes, or you should be at the what you call as just before the router. So whatever the traffic comes through Diet Coke it should must go through that router and then come to Diet Pi. So if that is the setting, you can do that. For now, here for our demonstration purposes and for our understanding, we'll imagine and we'll do settings such that we are between the Diet Pi and Diet Coke in the network. So as you can see here in KaliLinux, in settings, the network is set to host only adapter. So what is this host only adapter? Host only adapter is something which typically creates a new network with new series, but it's virtual and it is within your LAN. So here it creates a new DHCP server address and like new virtual router kind of address, and it gives a completely isolated environment. So whatever you do with your virtual machines, even though if you want to crash your virtual machines while you are experimenting, it does no harm to your host operating system and your data is completely secure. So this is one of the most important thing we need to consider here before doing anything with man-in-the-middle attacks or ARP poisoning. So here we see that the network settings in KaliLinux is set to host only adapter, and before that I want to show you how this thing happens. Okay, so let's get here. I'll click on files, then tools, then network. So here I didn't had something called as VBox Net 0. So I created it. When you click create, you get VBox Net 1. So here you will get a new address. Here it's like 192.168.56.1, and here the DHCP server is enabled. And if you click on this, so you can see the address IPv4 addresses that it's like router addresses 192.168.56.1, which is virtual, and the address in IPv6 is as follows. And here this is the DHCP settings, this is the upper bound, and this is the lower bound. So this is how you create a VBox where you can set your virtual machines to host only adapter. So getting back to our virtual machine settings, so if you click on this here in networks, it is set to VBox Net 0, and in the promiscuous mode it should be allow all, and make sure that the virtual cable connected is ticked. Okay, so let's do the same thing over here also. So here you can see that the series of KaliLinux, you can see here that in KaliLinux, okay, so let's check the address of KaliLinux. So here it starts with 192.168.56.102, so it is set to 102. Whereas here, since these both Diet Pi and Diet Coke are set to NAT, here the address series starts with 10.0.2.15, which is private. So we need to get into that isolated network, so where we can do our experiments. So for that, let's first close this our testing nodes. We'll get back here to the settings of Diet Pi, click on network, click on attach to, then host only adapter, and automatically if you have VBox Net 0 only on your virtual box, you will get that as a default option, and make sure that the promiscuous mode is allow all for all the virtual machines, and make sure that the virtual cable is connected to. So then you can click on OK. Then let's go to Diet Coke and settings and network again, and attach to host only adapter. Name is again VBox Net 0, and promiscuous mode says allow all, and virtual cable is connected. Okay, so we are good to go now. So let's spin up our virtual machines that is our testing nodes. Let's go with this. It's better if I open side by side. It would be more useful to more easy or more intuitive to understand how it is working. I'll hit on this, and for our diet pi, our credentials are, let me type that. Okay, we are in. So again here in Diet Coke, we are in 2. So let me quickly check what's the IP address. Okay, as you can see here, now we are aligning with the IP range of 192.168.156, which is of VBox IP range. So previously, as we see here, our IP range of KaliLinux, and this is aligning now currently, and it's 192.168.56 series. Same goes with here, but the difference is here is 102, here is 105. Let's check for this VM now. So IP DDR. So here it's 192.168.56.104. Yes, now we are good to go. We are good to experiment with anything running now. So like I need to show you how this man in the middle attack actually happens over here. So let me show you how it happens. So click on this Kali button over here and type Ettercap. So you get something called as Ettercap PKEXEC. So click on it. It asks for your password. Keep the settings default. Okay, so here I'm keeping a primary interface as ETH0 or Ethernet 0 because here inside this virtual box we are considering VBox Net 0 as our Ethernet. So let us keep this as default. If it is on NAT, it will be considered that our what we call as our host network Ethernet as ETH0. So that becomes a problem. So whenever there is ARP poisoning happening, sometimes there may be chances that our actual ARP of our host also get poisoned, and it leads to a very big issue. So we'll keep these settings default now and click on tick mark. So as you can see, it says that starting unified sniffing, and you can click on host list. So currently there is nothing. So scan for host. Let's scan for host. Okay. See, as you can see, there are 4 hosts added, and one of it is 104 and 105. Let us see which one are those. Okay, see 104 and 105. So we are in. Okay, now what we need to do is we need to set 2 targets. So there are we need to sit between these 2 nodes to observe or sniff what packets are actually being transferred between these nodes. So we'll go to this in KaliLinux again. So we'll select 104 and add it to target 1. Then again we'll click on 105 and add it to target 2. So now we are sitting between these 2 nodes. So, but before that, if you want to start sniffing, if you want to start man in the middle attack, we need to do ARP poisoning. So we'll do ARP poisoning. I'll send a lot of requests through this application. So I'll click on this blue black button and click on ARP poisoning and keep this as sniff remote connections only. That is it's the default parameters, and click on OK. So as you can see, it says that ARP poisoning victims are so and so. That is group 1 is 192.168.104, which is of this. Okay, oh sorry, this which is diet pie, and 105 is diet coke. So this is going on, and here we are getting started. Okay, if you click on this button, it will stop the MITM attacks. Okay, so since these are added to target 1 and target 2, again you can go here and click on this. It says MITM attacks dot. So if you go just a minute, yeah, okay, here we'll go as ARP poisoning. Okay, now we are having this man in the middle attack. We'll go to our Wireshark. Let's see, we need to capture whatever is going on out there, and we'll hit enter. So let's see that I'm trying to do something over here. As you can see, it's already recording what's going on between 192.168.105 and 104 again. Now we'll go here. I take this and set it over here. Okay. Now I'll type something called as SSH. I'll do SSH of this. This is diet pi at 192.168.104. Sorry, I missed 56. 56.104. See, this is the changes we are looking for. As you can see here, there is SSH encrypted packet, client encrypted packet. So here it's prompting for password. Those packets which are prompting for password are recorded or sniffed here, and you can type what's the password of dietpy, which is msf admin. I know it's password of that. So yeah, see, as you can see here, we are getting all those things here. What is going on? What are the necessary acknowledgement packets? What are the SSH v2 packets? Everything can be seen here. Okay, see here, these are the things. Sender's MAC. Okay, protocol size, hardware size, protocol type, and operation code. There are a lot of things here going on here. What is here it says the SSH protocol. What is the version of SSH and what is the direction? See, it's going from server to client. That means it's going from dietco to dietpy. So this is how actually man in the middle attack occurs in a real life scenario, and this is how hackers do it. And also there is like one pinpoint device, mini device. I'm not getting the name of it. I'll search device used to sniff, that is pin to the Ethernet cable. So let's see. Yeah, so it's called like Ethernet cable tapper. Ethernet cable tapper. Yeah, it's like some kind of pin-like device used by hackers to do this. See, this is the wiretapping thing. So this is how the hackers intercept. Generally, if the Ethernet cable is available, they tap it with some pin-like device and they start sniffing it. Okay, they start sniffing it that way. And like if they got an access to sit between two nodes, like they sit between two nodes and start capturing all these. So whenever you go on web, whenever you go to some website, the hackers will get to know, okay, you are typing these. And like hackers can also use their exploits or their scripts to reveal what your credentials are being used in the websites for. To say if you're logging into some website which is necessary, let us say you're logging into a college website, hackers may write a script or an exploit so that your passwords are revealed in that. Like these are the things what actually happens in a man-in-the-middle attack, like by ARPpoisoning. If you like my video, kindly like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you for watching.